Libra, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Eva Spirit Tarot. This is going to be your November 2020 reading, your love life for singles, what Spirit wants you to know. This may come in the form of confirming your story, offering you emotional resonance, advice, or helping you become aware of energy blocks you may have in your field. Of course, this reading won't resonate for every single Libra out there, but I have put my intentions forward that those who need to find this reading will. So please feel free to share it if you think it resonates with anyone out there. I am a channel, and as such, I channel lots of different beings, collectives, and guides through the decks that I have here, as well as through the stones and crystals. So if you see cards flying around or my voice changing, it's just the result of a lot of energy in this space. All info, the decks that I use, how to contact me, schedule personal readings will be down below. Thank you very much, Libra, and let's get started. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, so as I'm tuning in, I'm getting certain feelings come up, and I'm also starting to hear certain words. And what I'm hearing for you, Libra, is blurred lines. I'm hearing blurred lines, situationship. I'm also hearing moving into a commitment, taking things to the next level. So what seems to be going on for some of you is that you're in some kind of, I just heard romance, you're in some sort of romance, or maybe in some sort of early dating situation with somebody. And yeah, it's still very early, but there's actually a feeling of confusion that's going on. So I'm not picking up this sort of enjoyment and, you know, limerence, what happens when you first start dating somebody. I'm actually picking up this feeling of confusion and a slight tinge of angst there. I'm also sensing that there's some of you who might be in the process of moving into commitment. I just heard that some of you are actually expecting a proposal. Okay, so if that's the case and that happens, congratulations. So some of you, yeah, you're moving into a higher level of commitment with somebody, or it's that you are hoping to do so. It sort of feels like for this other group that you're on the precipice of something, and you're in anticipation for that moment when, you know, someone pops a question, or the move takes place and you move in together, or you meet the parents or something like that. And that energy feels quite okay. So they just said to me that while it's a happy occasion, for some of you, there's feelings that are, there's a bit of emotions that are coming up. Okay, but since this is a reading for singles, I'm going to focus my energy back now on those of you that are in this sort of dating stage, and maybe I will tune in with this group again when I do the couples reading. But yeah, there's some of you that are moving into a higher level of commitment. Okay, so they're saying to me the reason why they're bringing this up now is because you have been in a sort of relationship with somebody, but you weren't quite sure what it was or what's happening with it, and you are about to, something's about to happen in this relationship that where it becomes very clear that it is a relationship, and as you move forward into another level of commitment. So it's kind of like I'm picking up this sort of transition from confusion and singlehood slash sort of dating somebody into we are together and we are committed. So for the group of you that are still in the very, very early stages, yeah, I can definitely feel that there's a bit of angst, there's a bit of confusion. I just heard playing games, I just heard back and forth. So there's a bit of, okay, there's a bit of anxiety about this, there's a bit of stress with this. And they're also saying that as a result of this, they're saying entanglement. Okay, so maybe there's someone else involved. As a result of this sort of entanglement, that it's bringing up a lot of, well, they just keep saying angst and anxiety, and I'm actually almost feeling sort of panicky. I'm getting this panicky feeling that and because you don't know where you stand, or some of you don't know where you stand. I'm also hearing that some of you have you have gone through a breakup, or you've pulled back from somebody, but they're saying that there's still cords attached, okay, to the individual that you were involved with. And so they're saying that if you've decided, or if you decide that you really want to move on from this, then you have to cut those cords. They're saying that you can read up about those things and inform yourself of what that entails. There's a lot of great information out there, and they're saying that for human beings that it helps to emotional cords that we break with people, what helps us to do that is to physicalize that experience. So that's where rituals come into play. They're also, they're saying that some of you are needing to break away from somebody, and that as a result of this confusion, that it's bringing up stress for you. But they're saying that this is in a way a good thing, that this stress is something that should be dealt with. The anxiety, what causes you. Okay, they're also talking about making good decisions, and okay, so they're also talking about breaking patterns. They're saying that for some of you out there who are in this situation, that it feels, okay, they're saying it feels very emotionally trying because you are in the process of breaking old patterns, not only within yourself, but with another individual, and those things can be messy. So they're saying for those of you who are completely single right now, the group that I'm picking up on are those who still have cords with other people, and Spirit is highlighting the need to address those things and to remove them so that you can really be free. They're showing me a rainbow and singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So they're saying about, okay, so they're saying new horizons, that there are new horizons ahead, but they're saying that until you close one door, the other one can't fully open, and it's about stepping into something new. But I mean, this is me talking. I think that's definitely a challenge in and of itself. But they're saying, when one door closes, another one opens. They're also highlighting that if for some of you, when you try to decide about what you're doing with all of that it's too overwhelming for you at this point, they're saying that another way to do it is to put your focus into things in your life that have shown you to consistently support well-being, that are unrelated to this stuff. And the more you go forward with those things, the more it will raise your vibration. And from that bigger, broader perspective, they're showing me sort of an eagle kind of looking down. You're able to see the whole picture and therefore able to move forward. But they say indeed that shedding skin is inevitably a uncomfortable and painful process. But they're also saying that it's kind of like they're saying the landmark experience of life. It's one of those experiences that most human beings go through, having to move on from somebody and let go of one thing to welcome another thing. Just as we all have to experience death in some way, shape or form, the death of our own physical body and the death of, maybe others die at some point in our lives, and we have to deal with that. So they're saying that having a philosophical approach to it, like this is not an abnormal emotion. This is not an abnormal circumstance. This is something that we all have to deal with in life at some point or another. And they're saying that it's going to build a lot of strength. Whatever you decide, and the process of moving on from something, even because I'm sensing that you're totally, this group, you're totally single, but you're still emotionally very, very much in the past, or very much attached to people in the past, and still have a lot of cords, and there's a heaviness, there's a heavy feeling there. So some of you may be struggling to move on from somebody. Okay, let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, this deck wants to come first. Let's see. Libra, please. What's going on with your love life? November 2020. Yeah, there was one card that was flipped over, and it's the bat. And it says, see through illusion into truth. So there's a message here for you. I'm just going to tune into it. Oh, this crystal's hot. Okay, see through illusion into truth. So they're talking about this idea that it's important to question your thoughts or question your beliefs. This feeling, if some of you are finding it very difficult to let go of somebody or let go of a relationship of some sort. They're also highlighting something about someone moving abroad, or somebody being involved with someone else. They're saying to me that some of you may have found out, or will have found out that your ex is now with someone else or something like that. So it's really highlighting that something is over. But they're saying to question your beliefs. If you tell yourself, if you have this belief that you need this person, or that this relationship was so amazing and I'm so devastated that I lost it, they're saying, they're actually saying to get a reality check, okay? But, they say that with love. To get a reality check, they're saying to take an inventory of your this past relationship, if that's something you're struggling with, to realize that the relationship wasn't all of that great. They weren't as compatible as you think they were. So they're saying that this belief needs to be questioned about this idea of needing people, okay, and needing people to fill some sort of hole within yourself, because that's your responsibility, not someone else's, and it's certainly not a relationship's responsibility. So they're saying that you have to turn it back toward yourself and be willing to look at yourself with that as well. So Spirit is really wanting to help you move on. The other card I see here is Parrot, and it says listen intently to understand. And I just heard listening to the inner voice. It's like some of you know that it's time to move on as well, because I just heard some of you desperately want to be free of all of this, and you desperately want to seek new horizons, move on to new horizons, have new relationships, just feel settled within yourself and not carry this pain inside of you. So I'm definitely channeling a group of you who are still in the process of getting over some sort of breakup. Okay. Libra, please. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, November 2020. What's going on with the singles? Libra, please. Libra, please. Thank you. Okay, so the cards you've got are the Rat and the Giraffe. I'm going to tune into the Rat first, and it says, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Okay, so what I'm picking up from this, particularly from the image, is this need to cocoon yourself. They're really highlighting self-care. They're talking about that benefiting from taking time out. So if they're also highlighting maybe canceling plans. So if normally you are very socially active, or you've got a big, lots of events going on in your upcoming calendar, they're saying that it's a good idea to maybe cancel some plans. They're saying in just to make time for yourself, that there's a need for you to cocoon there, because they're highlighting vulnerability. They're saying you're vulnerable right now, and they're saying your emotions are up on the surface, you feel kind of exposed. They're saying raw. Okay, that's a good word. They're saying that you're sort of raw right now, and they're showing me somebody who's just kind of at home with a big fuzzy blanket, watching some movies, maybe just crying it out, and just having that time. And after a few days, your energy starts to pick up. They're also showing me somebody who would be journaling as well, listening to books or reading books. And then they're showing me that, they just said, and this too shall pass. So then they're showing that after a period of time of taking time out by yourself and practicing some self-care, your energy will start to naturally pick up. And they're saying finding enthusiasm and motivation for life again. And they're saying sort of through this, what feels like a dark period, but it's just releasing all emotions, that then there comes some kind of acceptance. But they're saying that if you resist what's coming up, you make the process harder for yourself. So if you feel that all these emotions are coming up, it's time to just go away for a while if you can. And the next card, Giraffe, says aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Absolutely perfect. So what I'm picking up from that is, as I said before, questioning your thoughts, questioning the meaning of these things, trying to... And they're saying that Spirit is going to be with you during this time. So if you make the effort, or if you make the effort to take the time when you practice this self-care and this sort of being alone period, to be with yourself, to ask some good questions and ask the bigger questions, and also looking at the relationship and the breakup, and sort of where you are now, and thinking about your whole life in general, and where you see yourself moving, and in what direction. That they're saying these are the good questions to ask, because when you look at it, they're again saying from the ego perspective, then you're able to sort of see how everything fits, and then you're able to accept where you are, because you're then able to make the links about why you feel like this when this happened, and so on and so forth. And they're saying through all of that comes higher wisdom and knowledge. Okay, Libra? So they're saying this is time that you need to take for yourself. For those of you who are feeling really raw about your relationship status right now, and Spirit is going to be with you when you take this time to go within yourself. But it's not without discomfort, because the process of shedding skin to some degree is always going to be uncomfortable. But showing yourself that you can face these experiences of life and you can get through them is going to build your strength, and also give you a new sense of stability, I just heard as well. And also they said direction and possibilities. So I'm really seeing like horizons and rainbows they're showing me, and sort of new paths. So I think that certainly if you're willing to go through this, and because the only way out is through, then there's a lot of light, at the end of the tunnel for you, a lot of good things that come from that. Okay, Libra, so that's what I got for you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.